Circles, the main topic at tonight's Carlsbad City Council meeting, why the city is looking for feedback.
A hidden danger in the ocean that can turn deadly in seconds. Lifeguards tell us how to survive a rip current.
Back to school shopping prices on the rise.
Backpacks, pens, pencils, those types of products are up about 20% compared to before the pandemic.
We're working for you, finding what you can do to save.
Something deeper than decor. Hand-carved Hindu and Buddhist statues.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with some developing news and a live look at San Diego's coastline, which is under a tsunami watch right now. And the entire western coast of the U.S. is under that same tsunami watch after a magnitude 8.7 earthquake hit off the coast of Russia. A tsunami watch is issued when a tsunami may later impact an area. It will then either be upgraded to a warning or advisory or canceled, depending on new information.
The earthquake struck near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula about an hour ago. That's located about 160 miles away from Hokkaido. That's the northernmost island of Japan, where a first wave may hit within the next hour. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis is reviewing the information coming into our weather center. She'll have more for you throughout the newscast. You can also follow us on social media or download the free CBS 8 app for the latest developments. We will be keeping our eye on that. Our other top story tonight, community concerns in Carlsbad ahead of a city council meeting focused on a proposal to add traffic circles across the city. People will have the chance to weigh in on that proposal tonight.
That meeting began just about an hour ago. CBS 8's Steffi Roche joins us live from outside of the meeting. Steffi, this comes after the council initially delayed a decision on a construction contract last month, right?
Right, and they're revisiting that proposal right now as we speak. And the main goal of this whole project would be to improve safety for pedestrians in Carlsbad. However, this project, if it moves forward, would result in the loss of 27 parking spots. And that's a main point of pushback. Now, this proposed project includes adding roundabouts at 5 intersections: Oak and Jefferson, Pine and Madison, Pine and Harding, Chestnut and Roosevelt, and Chestnut and Madison. That latter intersection is right next to Pine and Park and just a few feet away from an existing traffic circle. Concerns over pedestrian and residential safety is another point of opposition to this proposal. In June, Carlsbad removed 2 roundabouts near Kelly Elementary after residents complained they were confusing and unsafe for pedestrians. Ahead of tonight's meeting, I talked to residents who say they are longtime proponents of bringing new traffic circles to Carlsbad.
After years of working on grants for traffic circles, now a few people don't like traffic circles because it affects parking a little bit. And we haven't moved forward on parking in the village like we should have for the last few years, so they're getting their say in blocking some federal grants that we got for traffic circles, which would slow the traffic down because the village should be pedestrian friendly.
Even if the traffic circle project does not move forward, 11 parking spots in the area will still be removed due to California's daylighting law. And you can see this meeting is still going on here behind me. They're talking about this issue right now. This is the overflow area right outside here. But we'll have more tonight at 10 and 11 on the community's input tonight. But for now, reporting live in Carlsbad, I'm Steffi Roche, CBS 8.
We'll look forward to your report later this evening. Thanks, Steffi. You might have noticed some new speed limit signs going up in neighborhoods across the city of San Diego. It's part of an effort targeting 11 high crash traffic corridors, including University Avenue, parts of Ocean Beach, and El Cajon Boulevard in Talmadge. The reduced speed limits are a result of a 2022 state law that allows cities to prioritize safety over traffic flow when setting speed limits. City leaders say they expect to release a comprehensive speed management plan by the end of the year. The city of San Diego is taking a major step toward offloading the asbestos-laden 101 Ash Street building downtown and turn it into affordable housing.
CBS 8's Alex Cheney joins us live with what happened in council chambers late this afternoon. Alex.
Yeah, Carla, within the last 30 minutes, I'd say, the city council unanimously approved the building project at 101 Ash Street. It'll now be turned into hundreds of affordable housing units, but not without some controversy. A new lease agreement will begin a new chapter for the infamous 101 Ash Street building downtown. It's a 21-story building originally built in 1968 and occupied by Sempra. From 2017 through 2019, the city was conducting a massive renovation and disturbed the asbestos. They had to vacate. At that time, the city was in a lease-to-own agreement with the owner, Sistera. After years of litigation, the city agreed to buy out the lease for $86 million in 2022. Opponents of the lease say the city didn't do its due diligence.
It seems like you learned nothing from the past. Prior failure to demand a building inspection allowed an asbestos-laden boondoggle to become a city asset.
The developer, 101 Ash Venture, plans to repurpose the building into 247 affordable housing units, a mix of studios, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units, also retail and childcare space.
Because this project has the 101 Ash label on it and that there will be cameras here, they are here to oppose because they're constantly rooting against the city and, quite frankly, don't ever want to see us move forward.
The lease with the city would be $45.6 million paid over 60 years, with base rent starting at $15,000 per year. The developer says it will cost about $40 million to clean the building of asbestos. The funding for the roughly $267 million project is expected to come partially from city loans and historic tax credits. The development team now taking over the lease wants construction to start by this coming spring. Reporting live from the City Council chambers, I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8.
Thanks, Alex. The family of a 12-year-old girl who was hit and killed by a jet ski in Mission Bay is filing a federal wrongful death lawsuit against the Coast Guard and the Army Corps of Engineers. In July of 2023, Savannah Peterson was paddleboarding when she was hit by a jet ski that was going up to 53 miles an hour. Her family claims the agencies failed to use clear signage and safety barriers to properly separate high-speed watercraft areas from swimmers and paddleboarders. The 20-year-old operating the jet ski pleaded guilty last year to vehicular manslaughter and served jail time. A separate wrongful death lawsuit filed by her family remains ongoing in state court.
Rip currents are one of the biggest hidden dangers in the ocean. They can turn a day at the beach into tragedy. And tonight, San Diego lifeguards want you to stay alert at the beach and to know what to do if you get caught in a rip current. CBS 8's Brian White joins us live from Mission Beach with more on how to stay safe in the water. Brian?
Carlo, Marcelo, the waves may not seem too threatening right now here in Mission Beach, but that's exactly what makes rip currents so dangerous. They can pull the strongest of swimmers away from shore in a matter of seconds. This is video of a recent rescue at Black's Beach. An experienced swimmer caught in a rip current.
He's a strong swimmer, but he's right in the neck of that rip.
San Diego lifeguards perform more than 7,000 rescues a year, and the vast majority, 80%, involve one common culprit: rip currents.
You never want to underestimate the power of the ocean, so it could be a lot more powerful than you anticipated.
Rip currents often form next to jetties, piers, or even sandbars, and San Diego lifeguard Lieutenant Brian Clark says they're not always easy to spot.
There's some deep spots and some shallow spots, and so the spots that are deeper, those are the areas that are going to have the rip currents.
And even if you're only going in waist deep, lifeguards say you still need to know how to swim.
You could be just walking out in the ocean and take one step and be off your feet and you have to swim.
He says if you get caught in one, you should not swim against the current. It could fatigue you, and that's when a lot of people panic.
In that case, they need to stop, look around, float, see which way the currents are moving, and then swim parallel to the shore to get out of the rip current and then swim back in.
Last week, the danger turned deadly abroad when actor Malcolm Jamal Warner, known for playing Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, drowned in Costa Rica after being caught in a rip current. A tragedy that underscores how unpredictable the ocean can be. Here at home, Mike Clayton is visiting Mission Beach with his daughter Aster and says they take the ocean seriously.
Never try to turn my back on it. You always take it seriously. I look for, where the water comes in further and goes out faster. That's often where the rip currents are.
If the ocean's pretty rough, I stay out. I just go in the shallows, not too deep.
And I asked lifeguards, where are the hot spots, the beaches known for rip currents? And they told me you can pretty much find rip currents anywhere along our coastline. Of course, you will see them often next to piers and jetties and structures like that, but you will also find them next to sandbars. And that means you have to be careful no matter where you go. Marcella, Carlo, back to you.
Thanks, Brian. Some toilet paper and laundry products might soon cost you more.
We'll break down what you need to know ahead. Plus, as parents start back to school shopping for their kids, many are seeing higher prices. We're working for you, finding some ways you can save.
We're hitting the road for you. From major construction to game-changing upgrades, our brand new On the Move segment is your inside lane to everything traffic.
Well, tonight we are keeping a close eye right along that coastline as we do have a tsunami watch that has been issued. So we are looking at the potential for seeing some impacts right along our coastline, and we will actually look at some of those estimated start times coming up after the break.